All right, welcome to the Spirit and Muscle broadcast. I'm young Gerald, certified personal trainer. The Mediterranean diet is known as the healthiest diet in the world. But is it really? In this video, I explain exactly what the Mediterranean diet is, and I discuss the pros and cons. Ready? Let's go. All right, welcome back to the Spirit and Muscle broadcast. I'm young Gerald, certified personal trainer. So what exactly is the Mediterranean diet? The Mediterranean diet is an eating plan modeled after the traditional eating patterns of countries bordering the Mediterranean Sea, including France, Italy, Greece, and Spain. Of course, the Mediterranean diet varies from country to country, but in general, it's a diet rich in fruits and vegetables, legumes, whole grains, fish, and healthy fats such as nuts and olive oil. It encourages daily exercise and a glass of red wine in the evening. Processed foods and refined carbs are off limits, and red meat and dairy products are allowed in moderation. The health benefits of the Mediterranean diet were discovered in the 1950s by American scientist Ancel Keys of the University of Minnesota, who was the first to point out a correlation between cardiovascular disease and food intake. He noticed the poor citizens of small towns in southern Italy were much healthier than the wealthy citizens of New York. Ancel Keys led the famous 7 countries study in order to document the relationship between lifestyle, nutrition, and cardiovascular disease in different populations. Data emerged that clearly demonstrated populations who adopted the Mediterranean diet had an extremely low rate of coronary heart disease and other chronic illnesses. Each year, U.S. News & World Report ranks the world's best diets, and the Mediterranean diet consistently ranks number 1 in the world for best overall diet, best plant-based diet, and easiest diet to follow. And it tied for number 1 for the best heart-healthy diet, best diabetes diet, and best diet for healthy eating. This sounds too good to be true. Are there any cons? Believe it or not, yes, there are a few cons. So let's take a little closer look, and I'll give you my top 3 pros and cons of the Mediterranean diet. Pro number 1 is obvious. This diet is super healthy. I've already touched on some of the health benefits. It's good for heart health and diabetes. It lowers cholesterol and triglycerides and blood pressure, and I could go on and on. Pro number 2, the Mediterranean diet is sustainable. This diet allows plenty of variety and experimentation. Fiber and healthy fats are very filling, so hunger isn't a big problem. Mediterranean dieters describe it as a, quote, enjoyable eating plan that's easy to follow. Pro number 3, this eating plan is flexible. This diet doesn't ban entire food groups. It's flexible and flavorful. There are hundreds of recipes available, maybe thousands. This wide variety makes it easy to follow in social situations and while eating out in restaurants. Okay, now for the cons. Actually, there are a few cons to the Mediterranean diet. Con number 1, it can be time-consuming. Shopping for Mediterranean diet foods and preparing meals is going to take more time than microwaving processed foods or grabbing fast food. This will take some adjustment, but this is true of any diet that discourages processed foods and encourages fresh, healthy foods. The good news is there are tips and tricks to get more done in less time. Con number 2 is the restrictions may feel challenging at times. Really, the only foods that are off limits are processed foods and sugar and refined carbs. Red meat and dairy products are limited but not eliminated completely. So these restrictions may feel challenging at times if you're giving up processed foods and sugar for the first time, but not impossible to overcome. Con number 3, And this is the big one for me. The Mediterranean diet may be too low in protein for some people. If your goal is to build muscle, then eating fish a few times a week is not going to cut it. To maximize muscle building, you need to eat plenty of protein spread throughout every day. So if building muscle is a goal, then this diet in its purest form is not for you. Okay, now time for my favorite question. What does the Bible say about it? Again, nothing directly in this case, but Jesus did turn water into wine, and he multiplied loaves of whole grain bread and fishes to feed the multitudes, and it passes my test of being balanced. One of the fruits of the Spirit is temperance or self-control. Temperance means avoiding extremes. Eating plans that ban entire food groups are extreme in my opinion. But the Mediterranean diet is fairly balanced, nutritionally speaking, and it can be adjusted to meet your specific health and fitness goals. So overall, I give the Mediterranean diet an A. It's almost the exact diet I follow, except I adjust it for muscle building by adding more protein. The Mediterranean diet is not designed to be a weight loss diet or a muscle building diet. That's where diet tracking comes in. The Mediterranean diet or any eating plan can be adjusted for your specific goals. No matter what diet you follow, to lose fat, you have to be in a calorie deficit, and if you're not overweight, to gain muscle, you need to be in a slight calorie surplus. If you're saying, yeah, I know all that, but how do I do it? Then I have 3 tools to help you. My calorie calculator combo comes with an online calorie calculator that tells you how many calories you need to eat each day to either lose fat or build muscle or maintain, depending on where you're at in your goals. It also comes with the top 5 calorie counting apps, so you can download it onto your phone or desktop and start tracking your food intake and make sure you're eating right for your goals. And it comes with the Spirit and Muscle Glycemic Index Food Guide with nutritional recommendations and meal planning ideas to help you make healthy food choices. So if you're ready to take your fitness to the next level, you can get all 3 free resources by going to spiritandmuscle.com/calories. That's spiritandmuscle.com/calories. And the link is also in the description. Okay, that's it for this week's Spirit and Muscle broadcast. Thank you for joining me. Share this video with someone you know who needs to hear this. Subscribe if you appreciate this content and so you don't miss a beat. Also like the Spirit and Muscle Facebook page. Follow me on Instagram. All the links are in the description. That's all for now. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.